yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me as always is the luge to my figure skating, Bradford Oman.
Oh, hey, that's me. I'll luge it. I'll luge you up so good.
Yeah, I don't like the luge. The badass skeleton to my figure skating, Andrew. It's Tallackson.
Correct.
I always say Tackleson because I'm an idiot.
No,
but it's Tallackson.
That's the most mispronounced way of saying
yes.
it. You're right in trending with everyone else.
Done and done. And let's call it the biathlon to my figure skating, Nate Loucks.
There's two of me.
No, he called you
Dual
you
personality. That's okay. It's a safe space.
You're curious.
Safe space. Luge just sounds bad.
Yeah, but it's tough. So.
It's tough and bad.
Literally just ride a sled down.
Do we remember how to do this show?
I think so.
It's been a while. It's been about 4 weeks.
The password
is Go Flix Yourself.
Yes.
We want to start off by saying thank you for listening, but also, if you have something you'd like to say to us, please comment. We've noticed that if we say early enough, hey, get on your phone right now and comment on our stuff. We love to read comments online. We've found this with great success with our other podcast, the 10 to 1, where we review Saturday Night Live. And so this show needs some comments.
Yeah,
we would love
you
to
can
talk to you
comment
guys.
on Facebook or Spotify or YouTube even.
Yeah, and let us know what you're thinking about, Brad's bad opinions about everything. And
yeah.
we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, or if you would like to criticize Ben's appearance.
It's not a video podcast yet.
Yeah.
But they know what you look like.
Oh, so you're saying that they're just going to listen in and then be like, yeah, that guy sounds like a tub of shit.
100%.
And then they're going to comment on it.
Yeah, they can hear how bird nesty your beard is right now.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
It's like I can scratch the mic with it.
Yeah, it's like you're talking through a screen.
Anyway, I will say that for the first time in a long time, Brad has allocated me some funds to provide the sponsor today.
Yeah.
This is definitely a
pre-disposed
thing.
We had some extra money to play with. And I was like, you know what, Ben? You get a snack
You
this time.
do it this time.
Yeah, have some fun.
It's not that you and Andrew went to breakfast and you forgot to bring a sponsor. That's definitely not what happened.
I would never do that.
So I would like to preface this by this is legitimately it's a fine food, but I found
it's a fine food.
I found that it's not expired or anything. It's fine, but it's just something I had at the house. It's one of the kids' treats, and I'm like, yeah. And Ender goes, but that's mine. And I go, well, you're gonna donate it because we need to have something to eat for our podcast. And he's 9, and he's like, I don't understand. I was like, you don't have to. Mom's not home. Just go watch TV.
But also, you did the thing that we hate that Brad does. You put it in little baggies.
I had to.
I mean, it's just disgusting.
It's not disgusting because
it's not disgusting. It's like it's a used bag.
No.
It's not like there was
Here's
cat hair
the
inside
Do
of
you
it.
like it when he does it?
I know that I washed my hands right before I did it, though. So that's the thing. I'm not sure that Brad washes his hands.
Oh no,
before
I intentionally get my hands dirty
exactly.
before I put your.
So I washed my hands and then moved.
Let me
these
be
over.
clear, Nate. Yours are clean when I do it. Ben's, I make sure I put it in the
and
toilet.
That's why you're the luge.
The loser.
Hey, Andrew, let me ask
Yes.
you, let me ask you a question. Do you like space food?
Elaborate, please.
What would you think? What's your favorite type of astronaut meal?
Oh, boy.
What do you think, Brad? What's your favorite type of? You're going to space.
Do they
and
still
what
make
do you
Tang?
hope that you get?
a 0G burger.
Ooh, a 0G burger
Yeah.
that does not exist. Nate, how about you, buddy?
Oh, I mean, at the Museum of Science and Industry, back in the 80s when I went, they used to have this processed or dried
Freeze-dried ice cream.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
So this right here, Nate, you're onto something here. Go ahead and take that little snacky snack out and try this delectable, delightful little treat.
But
Let
for the
me-
record,
let me
I
know-
didn't like it then.
Okay, calm down.
What? Freeze-dried ice cream was delicious.
It wasn't.
You're a weirdo.
I'm the weirdo.
Yeah, you don't even like good things.
Well, go ahead and try it. Let me know how you feel.
Oh, this is freeze-dried.
It's definitely freeze-dried. What do you think it is?
I think I know exactly what this is.
Strawberry cheesecake something.
Yeah.
Nate, what are you tasting there, buddy?
Yeah, this is freeze-dried strawberry
just so
strawberry cheesecake for sure.
I forgot to look at the package. So it's in my pocket. It is freeze-dried cheesecake from the Diebler Family Adventure Park.
But there's strawberry in it.
It says
It's
freeze-dried
not good.
cheesecake.
Whatever
strawberry.
it is, it's
What are you
not
talking
good.
It
about?
does say
like it?
strawberry. It says strawberry at the end. Yeah.
It's not good.
You're a weirdo.
It's not good. Like it is. Like let's take out all of the moisture in it that gives it flavor.
Oh,
Let's
so
take it all out.
sorry, Nate. They didn't have wet cheesecake today.
What?
I mean, like, cheesecake has like some moisture in it, right? It's not
This flavor.
freeze-dried.
This is like a cookie.
No, it's not good.
It's like a little cookie bite. I
I liked it.
It's delicious.
I don't like it.
Really? And so you served it to us. Awesome.
Well, I've never had it.
Oh,
This is the boys' treat, like I said, that I stole from my children for this podcast.
Where'd they get it?
Well, clearly they got it at
Diebler's?
Diebler's. It's D
That's a made up place.
Deibler. Diebler.
Do we have
Family
any
Adventures.
listeners that knows where that is?
Yeah,
Diebler's.
we're gonna hope for it. Made in Pennsylvania.
They get it in Pennsylvania?
Dude, I don't know.
You don't know where they go?
They travel quite extensively.
They take a field trip
Without
to
me.
Pennsylvania?
Anyway,
but
so
this is a big deal. I see this in stores sometimes, in like farmers markets and stuff. Freeze-dried food.
Freeze-dried candy is like still huge.
Yeah, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Why would we do that? But people buy it.
I bet you've
and
probably
it's-
had like
it's disgusting.
2 freeze-dried candies and you just don't even
Yeah,
know.
no, you could like form a solid opinion based on one terrible thing.
That's actually not true because
you can form a terrible opinion based on one thing.
the way that they freeze dry, different candies are different textures and the flavor is preserved in different ways.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm so sorry.
That was Ben trying to talk through his
I'm
beard.
so sorry. I just fell asleep. That was so boring.
So like freeze-dried Skittles
Oh my god, you're
are
getting
delicious.
More.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
if anything, just to piss you off.
Okay,
Exactly.
gonna keep going now.
You've now triggered him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know why I want to talk about it? Because you suck. That's why.
really?
You forgot the sponsor. I pivoted, and now I suck.
Yeah, because now you're complaining.
Yeah, because you're boring.
I'm talking about. This is what happens with a sponsor. We talk about food. We talk about snacks.
I'm good.
You know what? I'm not going to critique you anymore when you bring a snack because
Thank
guess
you,
who did a
Nate.
worse job?
I had to literally find the only thing I could find.
Not
here.
only did you
I
bring me
didn't choose
freeze dried,
this.
you know I don't like
I
freeze dried
didn't-
stuff.
Oh, first
but
of all, I
also,
didn't know that.
also,
I didn't choose this.
No, do I have a face that looks like I like freeze dried stuff? No. But here's the
Do
thing.
I have a face that
Here's the
looks
thing.
like
You also put it in baggies. The thing that we have very commonly on this podcast derailed Brad for,
Really?
and you did it.
Also,
Well,
here's my
derailed
question.
is not the right word for that. Derided, sure, but derailed.
Why
no.
don't you have good snacks?
It's a good question, Brad.
Like you
This
just don't
is-
have delicious
I
snacks?
tried to find something
Like
that
Doritos. You could have done Doritos.
I tried to find something that you would normally do, which is something that kind of tastes like something else.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I found. I could have absolutely brought Okie Doke popcorn down here. Is that
I
what you
love-
wanted?
I
It
love
would have been
Okie
delicious. I love Okie Doke
Yeah,
popcorn.
I love popcorn too. I don't know if you know that. I got a face
you would
for
have
popcorn.
You would have been so pissed.
No, if anything-
is this just normal popcorn? What the fuck? You
No, if
should have
anything,
brought
if anything, it would have been fun because
Nope.
then it would.
I
Yeah,
mean, like, hey, look at us having fun
No.
with good
having popcorn on a movie
I
podcast.
guarantee you would have talked shit like, really? This is what you came
What
up with?
flavor
I
is it?
guarantee
What
it's just
flavor?
normal Okie
Oh,
Doke.
yeah,
pop-
never mind.
No,
Exactly.
no, but
Nah.
they have like some salt or butter on it, right?
It's just like the normal
Nah.
cheddary
Okie Doke cheese
popcorn.
popcorn.
Cheddar is not
Oh,
normal.
it's cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, then
Oh,
that's
cheese,
different.
come
Yeah,
on.
Okie Doke cheese popcorn is delicious.
I thought
What
all
are we
Okie
doing
Doke popcorn was
here?
cheese
no,
popcorn.
Okie
What
Doke.
kind of
Okie Doke
amateur hour
also-
are you running?
Okie Doke makes just a plain.
They make regular butter and salt popcorn.
Why?
The same reason that other people make.
Some people
popcorn
don't
in
like
bags.
cheddar
No,
popcorn. Like,
I've
what are you
only
doing
ever
here?
seen the cheddary cheesy version. I thought that was Okie Doke.
No, Okie
Yeah,
Doke
but-
also
but-
makes regular
but-
popcorn.
Your ignorance doesn't mean that like everyone else
Just
operates
started
by
right
that.
off the bat with that.
Jesus.
Drew, do you like cheese popcorn or regular popcorn better?
These are-
Both, but I like cheese and caramel. So then,
Okay,
what is
okay.
what
yeah,
is the
caramel,
goal?
Brad, not caramel.
No,
caramel.
Yeah, because everyone says caramel corn, but the word is caramel.
You call it
True,
caramel
right.
You
corn?
call, you
no,
call it caramel
I
corn?
call it caramel corn.
Oh, cool. So now we're finally on the same page.
You know that there was a brand of caramel corn called caramel corn, and that makes it okay.
Oh, you're such an idiot. You're
So
such
then,
a
what is the
fucking
gold
idiot.
standard podcast snack?
Oh, I mean, probably one of the
I know what it is. I know what it is.
ketchup Pringles.
Yeah.
You know it.
Really?
You know it. I look
Those are-
every time I go to the store. I'm not kidding you.
Oh,
I
they're,
look for
they're
them.
gone,
Those are
buddy. You
goat-
gotta go to Canada.
Oh, they're
To
so good.
Nate, those are goated. That is like
yeah,
the
were-
Nate
thing for
went
him.
crazy for
Oh,
the
I love
ketchup
them
Pringles.
so
We had
much.
to tell him to stop eating them 5 times because I just it'd be 15 minutes later. We hear, I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
It was
This-
so good. And I kept
don't
on
know.
trying to say, "Don't have another one." It was like, I gotta have another one. It's
We had
so
to take
good.
them away from
You know what they say? Once you pop, you just can't stop.
Go home. I'm done.
Was he crunching into the microphone?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
It's the only way to crunch.
This is how these people
That's
live their
the
lives.
other slogan. It's the only way to crunch.
I'm okay with that one. That's not bad. Ketchup Pringles, the only way to crunch.
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Nate. What's the last movie you saw, buddy?
I've seen a couple different movies.
My question was, again, as always.
I want to talk
Let's
about.
let's keep it real quick here. What's the
Okay.
last movie that you saw? I don't know why you're turning into a politician where, like, I ask a question, you don't answer. You're like, I've actually watched a few. Here's what I want to talk about.
I want to talk about
what's
a TV
the
show
very
that I see.
no? What's the very last movie that you saw?
All right, the very last
Yes.
movie that I saw.
That is the question.
I'm going to talk about in a second.
Don't forget, we're doing the round the horn thing.
Yeah.
so-
Okay. Then we talk about the very last one. I
Yeah.
saw. It was called The Wrecking Crew. Did you see this yet?
Oh,
haven't
my
seen it
boss
yet.
saw it. Thought
Yeah.
it was okay.
That's exactly what it is. But sometimes these kind of buddy cop movies being
Yeah.
okay is a good like.
Is
I
that
didn't regret
Batista
watching it.
Momoa?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made by the same guy that did I think Blue Beetle. He made this.
Oh, okay.
And it is them, but they actually do really well together. I think.
Yeah, I've heard
as
their
a
chemistry is
pair.
good.
Yeah, I was. The reason I watched it is I saw on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, this has like a 74% rating. I thought that was pretty high for a prime,
Yeah.
like film about two, muscle heads kind of in a film. And it's about them being half brothers. One of them,
Which half?
they share the same dad.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like, what? Okay, yeah, they share the same dad.
Eastern, the Eastern half of brotherhood.
But one's a police officer, the other one's kind of a criminal, right?
What?
But yeah, exactly.
They can't be in a movie together.
One's a bad boy.
It sounds like a mismatched pair.
How's that supposed to work?
Yeah.
No, guys, it is a mismatch pair.
I don't
But
know
guess what?
if you can see me. I'm crossing my arms right
But
now.
no,
I don't
wait.
really agree.
They also have some trauma,
Oh,
all right, from like childhood.
yeah.
Okay.
And they learn throughout the movie to love each other again.
No.
Do they do that because they end up being fish out of water?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
And is there a common goal that brings them together?
Yeah, I can spoil it, but I won't. But
Yeah.
yes, there is something that brings them together.
Well, it's a bit of a spoiler. There's a common goal that brings them
Yeah.
together. It's unfortunate.
You don't see that in these kind of movies.
no,
too
that's
often.
It's really
a
risk-taking.
one-off is what they
that
call
said, if you want to watch a fine movie that's not going to change that kind of genre landscape at all, but you enjoy kind of two actors that seem to work well together, and it's not the dumbest version of that plot, it's not bad. It's not a bad film.
Okay.
And I hate it.
All right,
Wow.
Andrew, how about you, buddy? What's the last movie that you saw?
Actually, I did. It's the 40th anniversary of The Fly, so I did a column about that.
Nice.
With my memory being that it was gross from start to finish, and it's not.
It's still pretty gross.
I don't
It's
think
still
I've
pretty-
seen The Fly, actually.
Oh, the last half hour, 45 minutes of the gnarliest special effects. you will-
Cronenbergish
Yeah,
stuff, right?
with
It's amazing.
fingernails coming off and ears lopping
Yeah,
off.
real
and
goopy.
Yeah,
real goofy.
yeah. The Fly is a very goopy movie.
Yeah.
When he
But al-
vomits on his food. And,
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. That's how he eats it. Because he has to...
That's also how I eat my food.
Really? In public, too?
Yep.
Produced
Wow.
by who, by the way?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks
Yes.
produced this film. I didn't know
I
that,
thought you
yeah.
said produced by The Who, by the way.
Produced by The Who.
I was like,
Which,
wow,
again, could be.
they got into a lot of stuff back in the day.
Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis equally hot in this movie.
He was
As
pretty
a fly?
jacked in that.
No, I mean,
No, I mean when he
no,
takes
he's
his shirt off,
He's an attractive
yeah,
man.
he's a handsome gentleman.
Yeah, Dr. Ian Malcolm can get it.
Oh yeah,
Did you? So you remembered previously? You thought that it was disgusting front to back,
And it's not.
and it's not.
And I did not realize it was a metaphor for the AIDS crisis. So I was trying to watch it with that in mindset. And so I hadn't seen it in like 35 years. And it's still an amazing movie with amazing acting. And it still grosses you out beyond oblivion by the end. And it held up really well.
I think that there's a few films that have creature effects that still do hold up. I think that
Incredibly.
American Werewolf in
Yes.
London is one of those that
Yeah.
really does hold up still. There are The Thing is still,
Still.
obviously, and a lot of that is because of the practical effects, right? Like
Right.
those are the things that we talk about with CGI, with AI, things like that. You lose that puppeteering and that kind of visceral, that looks real and it will look real forever feeling. But The Fly, I remember I just watched it. I want to say 2016 is the last time I saw
Okay.
that. So I did a 365 movies I've never seen before.
Oh,
and that
nice.
I was on that list, and I remember thinking, this is way different than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be a straight up creature film, and it's
it's
way
not.
more than that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
allegory to the AIDS crisis and all that. And I definitely had to look that up later. So I was like, oh, there's probably something more here. I'm
Yeah.
a little dumb.
And Jeff Goldblum.
Ben had to go to
anything.
Google. What is AIDS?
Yeah, and does it have anything to do with flies?
Yeah.
You can, that my Google history was, can you get AIDS from flies? That's exactly what it was.
And what was the answer?
It gave me Lord of the Flies to read. And I was like, that's
okay.
weird.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel like we need to stop the press and I could redo the review to
Yes.
mention AIDS from the flies. Yeah.
Yep.
that's really-
AIDS, yeah. It's like the bat came out of China, the flies came out of Madagascar, and that's how we got AIDS.
And there's Gina Davis side boob.
Oh, exactly. Which nobody's going to complain about that.
No,
or they shouldn't.
not at all. And actually, I think that
That's a long kiss goodnight. You know what I'm saying?
One of my favorites. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
One of my favorite side boobs of all time.
Let's rank side boobs.
Okay, so it's Gina Gershon.
Which
in
movie?
Anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Totally fair.
I know, right? Anyway, what is the last movie that you saw, Mr. Bradford?
I saw the Sideboob Chronicles.
Starring Miss Gina Gershon.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was saucier than you'd expect.
I think I'd expect it to be pretty saucy. If
No,
I'm not
because most of the time Sideboob is just like,
saucy.
but it's down the middle.
I don't know, man. Side boob seems to be saucy by nature.
Saucy by Nature is a great R&B group.
Also, that cookbook, fantastic.
Yes.
It's the guys that did Naughty by Nature did a cookbook
with
Nice.
Julia
called-
Child,
called
and she
Sau-
has Sideboob
Hello!
on the cover.
Saucy by Nature.
Yeah. It's just a.
Anyway, keep going. What movie did you actually watch?
The last movie I watched was.
Do you want to keep doing bits?
Yes.
Okay, so side boob. No,
The cover is a condiment dripping
you
off of
are?
a close-up nip.
you are going.
Yeah.
Okay, that was like kind of a meta.
Julia
thing.
Child.
Julia Child doing side boob.
Ketchup on her bosoms. I watched Lost in America, an Albert Brooks movie, because remember a long time I was like digging into the Albert Brooks movies.
You really were.
I
I
just
do.
forgot about it.
Speaking of things you were
I was all about it for like a month, and then I'm like,
speaking of things you were digging into, did you ever finish like the Friday the 13th?
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
I couldn't remember if you finished all of them. Though.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was a real hoot.
Yeah, and a holler. So side boob adjacent. Is there side boob in?
There is not any side boob
Okay.
actually. In
All
fact, there is no nudity in Lost in
Pass.
America. So I know.
So what? I don't even know what this is. What is this?
So this is one of the movies that Albert Brooks wrote and directed, and it follows him and Julie Haggerty as his wife, and he ends up getting fired from his job, and when he's expecting a promotion, and they're getting ready to move into a new house, and so when this happens, he just kind of has like a total breakdown and freaks out about it. And
What year was this made?
80 something.
Is it-
Something.
85.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so they decide to still sell their house and then take the money that they have and just buy an RV and just kind of travel the country and like live that way.
Okay.
And then they hit some hiccups along the way and things kind of.
So
get-
is this a like defending your life type vibe? Like
No, it's a very straightforward kind of road trip comedy, marriage comedy in a way.
Gotcha.
Albert Brooks is being Albert Brooks in it, which is
Sure.
hilarious. Like the freak out he has in the office when he finds out he's not getting the promotion that he wanted, and they want to
He
transfer
is
him.
utterly brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so good. But yeah, it was really funny. It's part of the Criterion collection too, so
Gotcha.
it's a lot.
Albert
of movies
Brooks
are.
is that very unique person that comes from a very heavy comedy background, but then when you watch him in Concussion or you watch him in what is it, Drive?
Mm-hmm.
Those are great supporting roles
There
where
are,
he's playing
yeah.
it
Yeah.
very seriously. The man's a fantastic actor.
He is. He's great.
He originally wanted Bill Murray in that role, and he didn't. He just wanted to direct it.
Oh,
but
interesting.
Bill Murray couldn't do it, so he's like, I guess I'm gonna have to do it.
I think it's probably better with.
Do you
Albert
think?
Brooks.
I was gonna
I
ask
agree.
you. What
Yeah.
do you think? You
Yeah.
think it's better with?
Yeah,
him?
because there's so many instances where he goes on like Albert Brooks style rants, and
Yep.
like it
Wouldn't just be as good if it's
Yeah.
not in his voice.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I introduced the boys to Thor Ragnarok last night.
Oh,
Fun movie.
Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
And then I had told Rune, the 11-year-old, about the I know him from work line.
yeah.
Or he's a friend from work, and how that came about from I don't remember if it was a Make-A-Wish visit, but it was a kid in the hospital that they showed the movie too early that came up with that line. And so did they have to then reshoot that to put that in?
I actually don't remember.
Because obviously they showed him an initial cut. The kid in the hospital makes this joke, and he goes, "Oh shit, that's actually really good." So then they shoot that. So that's interesting to me. But anyway, they loved it, right?
Yeah.
They thought it was hilarious. It's the right amount because they're 11 and 9, and so they're not really super into the
Side boobs.
Side boob, not yet.
Yeah.
But the violence stuff is hard. When they're still not used to watching blood and guts because we just never let them watch that stuff yet. So I'm actually thinking that we're going to show them Predator Badlands because
What did you think? I never got to ask you.
I loved it.
It was fantastic.
I loved it. I love the direction that it's taking. You
Me
can't,
too.
in my opinion, you cannot keep going down the road that the Predator franchise was on about like let's just see
Right,
what happens
right.
when who's going to win. Now it's definitely taking on a world of its own, and I'm here for it.
They need to
Trachtenberg's amazing.
Stay with the same director,
Oh
man.
gosh,
he's taking
he's
it.
so good at it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no, they loved Ragnarok and they're excited to see what comes next. Now they trust me a little bit more because when I said, "Do you want to watch, something about Thor? Do you want to watch something about Captain America?" Because the Winter Soldier, we watched
Yeah.
the Avengers, and then now we're moving forward since that. And so of course they said everybody but Thor, and I go, "But it's Thor and Hulk on a strange planet," and they're like, "Okay." So when we watch it, they love it. So now,
Yeah.
now I've got a little bit of built up karma with them. I feel like I can show them the next one.
Yeah, don't show him Thor: The Dark World.
No, I don't think that I'll do that.
I
Yeah.
can't remember a single thing in that movie, just the title.
That's the one where Loki dies. Quote
It's
unquote.
number 2. Nobody
Number 2.
likes that one.
And I went and saw that in Michigan City, and they had the like dot matrix electronic printer, and the title up there just said Thor the D.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow,
That's,
this is
that is why you go to see a Thor film, though.
Yeah.
It's for the D.
Yeah, that movie.
just screening it for the ladies.
Tons of side boob
So, yeah.
Actually-
Chiseled Australian
full-on-
male side boob.
and full on front boob too.
It's true. They were not shy about showing Chris Hemsworth's chest.
Right?
Good. I was Thor after I watched it
Why?
because I was touching myself.
Ew.
I love Chris
Yeah,
Hemsworth.
I like how you said it.
Yeah, we made it
You can
too.
go with the joke if you're going to go with the joke, but
geez.
you just
don't just
made
like
it
be
creepy.
honest.
Don't just be honest.
Yuck.
Nate, what else did you see, buddy? Now it's open season. Now it's not the last movie you saw. Now it's just like the next movie
Yeah,
that you want to talk about.
The second to last movie I
Nope,
saw.
that's not how it works. It's just
Okay.
you get one more. So what do you want to talk about?
a film that I was assigned to watch
What?
By whom?
Yeah.
by these two.
Oh, okay.
Predator Badlands.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
did
yeah.
we? Okay.
Well, you said I really should watch it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so-
I'm not sure I call that assignment.
I'm really glad that you did.
I am
Yeah,
too.
I did.
So yeah, let's talk about that. What did you think?
I thought this was fantastic. Like this, I'm not as big of a Predator guy as especially Ben is.
Yeah, Ben's a big predator.
But
Come on, say Predator fan. Say Predator movie fan. Don't
Okay.
say Predator.
Ben's a
Oh,
big
yeah.
fan of predators.
I
Yeah,
mean, the
was
Robert Rodriguez one was okay, but I know that's not what you mean.
So I love this film. I was actually, it's one of those where I was telling people, you really should watch this film. I got into what you guys were doing to me before, like, hey, you guys really should watch this film, right? Everyone's watching this, but they're talking about a sequel, which I completely they set this up for a sequel,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
But they're also talking about, Amber Midthunder had said in an interview last year that they had talked to the cast of Prey
I want
to
that
do a
back.
sequel as well. Which one would you prefer for a sequel?
Neither. Both.
Yeah. With both.
Yeah.
Which one more though?
Pray.
Both.
Prey for you?
I mean,
Yeah.
No, but to be clear, what I'm saying is they
put
come
them together. Yeah,
Oh, you want them together?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think there's a world where the technology in that universe exists that time travel or whatever could happen. Where
Well, I mean,
Well, we don't know what time
That's-
this
well,
is.
But
Yeah,
are
we
you talking
don't.
about? Are you talking about like Deck from that and Amber Midthunder's
Sure,
character?
why not?
Because we don't even know.
We
You're
don't know
right,
the
that-
year
that's like the same
that
timeline.
Badlands is set in.
Yeah,
But to be
that's
fair, we don't necessarily need to because they've already established, as far as Predator Killer of Killers is concerned, that they seemingly
That
can
was
travel
good
through
stuff.
time because
Yeah.
they have both Amber Midthunder's character and
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in cryostasis in like
Yeah.
a locker somewhere. So
Okay.
We have a cat down here with a bell on, just in case anybody hears it.
Now, what are your
What
thoughts
the
on
hell is that?
Predator 2? I caught it for the first time in 30. I didn't hate it as much as I
No,
did
no.
the first
There's defense for Predator 2. It's like, think about. I've looked at it through the lens of think about how hard that would be to actually make something that's different enough to stand on its own with Danny Glover instead
Yeah.
of the muscle bound crazy jungle stuff. And they were smart by saying, let's just take the Predator out of the jungle and not do the same thing where we're going to, because a lot of sequels
but they
back
can't
then.
take the jungle out of the Predator.
Oh my God. You got to admit though, back then they would have been, a lot of times they're like, oh, well that works. Let's just redo it again. We're going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger come back and
Right.
try to beat him again or whatever. I think it was a very smart move to move him out of there. It didn't work on all levels, obviously, but it was interesting enough to see what would the Predator do in the real world, that kind of thing. They went super heavy with the crime stuff in
Right.
the inner city crime stuff. I don't think they really needed to do all that, but the voodoo stuff was really weird, and
Yeah.
but I'm a defender of that film. I think
Great
it's
tagline.
fun. What's that?
What was it?
It's he's in the city with time
To kill. Yeah.
See, and my son still teases me. I told him the story, and it freaked him out. He thinks it's hilarious, but I have trauma attached to Predator 2, where I was on US 20 going to Dunes Plaza and ran over a possum on the way to get there. And we pull into Dunes Plaza, And
which is the for those of you that are not from. No, it's just that's the movie theater that's in the next town over.
In Michigan City. And so we get there, and the possum's tail had caught in the front grillwork and had ripped the whole ass end of the possum off. So the possum butt is just swinging back and forth. So I intentionally avoided Predator 2 for decades because of personal trauma attached to it. But now I visit it on Hulu.
35 years later.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, no. And in the pantheon of all of the Predator and Alien versus Predator movies, I think that Predator, of course, is a standalone for me. But then Predator 2 is pretty high up at the list because there's been enough that weren't very good. I mean,
right.
Shane Black's The Predator was just a bad movie, and I was not.
I had a fun time with it though.
It was fine enough, but like not for what it could have been.
Right.
Like there's just so much that I was hoping for. I think it's more of me just being let down that I thought it was going to be something amazing, and it was just okay.
That's fair.
Anyway, so what movie or Badlands?
He watched it.
Is that all you got to say about it?
How about that? How about that Elle Fanning, huh?
She's fantastic, but I'm a huge Elle Fanning fan. Elle Fanning fan. Since the great, I think she's just such an amazing actress.
Would you say you're fawning over Fanning?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No, he said he was a fan.
Yeah. I'm a Fanning fan.
Yeah, not everything's a bit.
Exactly. Just
oh my gosh, really?
Take a beat off, all right?
Don't say that. That sounds aggressive.
I don't know. It sounded good to me.
Now, did you catch the C-3PO reference with Elle Fanning strapped to the Predator's back?
No.
That was intentional.
Was it?
Yeah, like Empire Strikes Back when C-3PO's blasted to bits and Chewbacca's carrying around. That was a direct tribute. That's just how much of a nerd I am to know that.
That's awesome. That's great.
But
overall, though, you liked it. You think other people should see it.
No, everyone should see it. It's fantastic. I was telling Molly about Prey. I said the thing about Prey was this film came out and no one really knew it was a Predator movie, right? And so, like, for people like Ben, or for people that are like fans of the franchise, it like diehard fans, it was just like
when
what?
I saw the final trailer that showed the invisible. Like the bear being lifted and the blood dripping down. I was like, I can't be more in for a film.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is like I would have probably, if I would have known better, I would have tried to travel to the premiere. Like that's how striking that was to me. I mean, this is gonna be there. There's no way after seeing that trailer that I knew that I wasn't. No matter what happened, it was gonna be a good movie. Like
absolutely,
there's no way it could be bad.
And I think fantastic. Right. I mean, you didn't know it was in like.
I had no idea what.
Exactly.
I was so blinded going into it. It was fantastic. So again, if you're listening to this right now and you haven't seen Badlands or Killer of Killers or Prey, that's your next 3 watches right there. They are that good.
I've not seen Killer of Killers yet, so that'll be
the next one I watch.
That's animated, but don't worry, it's still amazing.
They actually originally wanted to keep Prey being a Predator movie a secret until I think it was the second trailer. Like they wanted to tease it as like a survival thriller. And then at the very end, you see the Predator, and then everyone's like, "Wait, what?"
Yep.
Yeah. I just think that's it's still an underrated movie, even though everybody said it was. I don't think a lot of the general public has even seen it.
Well, it came out straight on Hulu, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so
I would have liked to have seen it in the theater, though.
Yeah, definitely.
And my son, who was in love with 11 from Stranger Things, that's when he shifted to Amber Midthunder because she just kicked so much ass in that movie.
She's badass, dude. And there's still, in that movie, there's a bit of Predator lore there. There's a flintlock pistol from like the 1700s.
Yes.
That has made its way through the lore, and it was in Predator 2.
Yes.
And so they do have some very, very specific callbacks to some very niche things in those films. So that's me nerding out a little bit.
Absolutely. And then taking a look at what was happening to Native American tribes as the settlers start coming through, and you see all the skinned buffalo that paralleled how the Predator was skinning humans. I mean, there's a lot more going on in that movie just beside the Predator.
Trachtenberg, he's just a very talented person. Like I'm just very a big fan of how he directs and what it is, because it's one of those things where, in my opinion, here's a new director. He's coming out. How could you possibly create your own style in this world where there have been so many things that have come before you? But my gosh, taking an IP like that is well versed and well established, and saying this is my take on it and it's better than most. Holy crap! Yeah, what a cool thing. So thanks for watching it, buddy. That's awesome. Andrew, did you see anything else? But in the last since we've had you on in months. Now what is other movie you'd like to talk about, sir?
I saw Sinners for a second time.
Okay,
have you guys seen that?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
Amazing movie.
I think we all saw it on the
What
theater.
is it?
No, let me take this. Brad and I saw it in the theater. Ben, I don't know.
It took me a
Yeah,
long
Ben had to
time.
wait
I
3
waited.
months until he watched it at home, and then I think he watched it in like 3 chunks and like probably fell asleep
I
one time.
watched it in 2
Not because
chunks
it was bad, but
at night when the boys are sleeping because it's a very scary vampire movie.
there's places they can go.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have kids. You don't, you
There's
don't
a
have
church
this.
across the street. Let them go hang out.
Power of Christ compels you. I'm trying to watch a movie.
Yeah, seriously, go to a youth group.
Anyway, what second viewing did anything speak to you that didn't the first time?
I just appreciated more with everything going on in the world, what it was trying to say about race and everything. And just, people were slamming it as a remake of From Dusk Till Dawn. But I thought there was a lot going on in that movie. And it wasn't because my wife was like, oh, no, there's the Irish. They're bad. But no, they're in the same boat as the mayor. They're wanting to create this whole new world order and through vampires. And I just thought it was how you do a horror movie. It looked great. It sounded great. The acting was outstanding. And the underlying theme takes on more meaning a second time. So
No,
it's really
I
good.
loved it. I thought it was fantastic, and I say that I was an enormous fan of From Dusk Till Dawn. That if you were to ask me back in college what in my top 10, it was in my top 10 for a long time. I loved the turn that Dusk Till Dawn takes. I love George Clooney in that movie. I love Tarantino. I think Harvey Keitel is fantastic. Selma Hayek is gorgeous. I mean,
Juliette
it's just
Lewis is
so
funny.
much fun. That's such a fun movie to watch. Cheech Marin is ridiculous. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a reason that spawned multiple sequels, even though there was more direct to
All
DVD.
equally good.
Yeah. But I mean, it did something it did something different, at least it did that. But no, Sinners, it stands alone as like the polished, bespoke version of From Dusk Till Dawn.
And may I just say, too, if I could name drop with Brad here.
Please, because he does it all the time to
Okay,
us.
excellent. We saw Predator Badlands at an IMAX screen, and that sound like the theater rumbled
Yeah, it was incredible.
when we were in there. And that's the reason why you go see a movie in the
In the
theater
theater.
and not at home, because you
Yeah,
felt
idiot.
it.
And guess what? And that could have been you.
That's right. So thank you for not going. I appreciate that.
Listen,
Yeah, I just can't do this. I gotta go do gutters, and the arcade's got too many quarters, and I gotta sort them all, and this is still
I
out.
wish that was a lie, but that's exactly verbatim what I said.
Really?
Yeah.
In that voice too.
In that aw shucks
Yeah.
voice.
I gotta go get the quarters out of my arcade, and I got gutter stuff.
Yeah, it was
And
sad.
scene. Brad, do you want to talk about any other one movie?
I'll talk about several movies.
No, I knew it. I knew I was going to be able to.
but only a couple. Because I did the thing.
Why is it that you are more important than us? Why is it that you get to talk about multiple movies and we're just talking about two?
Let me ask you, what's your job?
I'm a business owner. Yeah.
Nate, what's your job?
I'm kind of a man of the people.
That's fair.
Nice.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I write about movies for a living.
Yeah, but so does Andrew, and he's only going to talk about two.
no, he'll talk about more.
I like the pivot. I like the pivot. Anyway, what do you got? What did you see?
Also, the Sundance Film Festival.
Oh, here we go, Nate.
And so
Bunch
I
of
didn't.
French films.
I didn't get to go this year because some companies are cheap. But but I did get to do remote coverage. So I watched,
Which is just as good.
the stuff. Is it though? I did have major FOMO this year because this is the last year the festival's in Park City, and it would have been
I
nice
didn't
to
know
go, for one last hurrah. It's moving to Boulder, Colorado, starting in 2027. So it felt kind of like, oh man, that's a bummer because I went for 9 years in a row to Sundance. 2019 was the last year that I went, and then I haven't been back since.
Dumb question, I'm sure, but like, why are they moving it
Yeah,
from
I
Provo to
didn't
Boulder?
even know that.
So
Weather.
That's always been kind of part of the experience. But honestly, the festival has outgrown Park City for a while. There's some political stuff in play because of the environment there, as far as like just certain social issues and things like that.
Utah versus
Yeah,
Colorado.
exactly. Because Utah is a very red state. But also it's a money thing, and there's a lot of contributing factors, and so they just wanted to find a new place, and their contract was up at Park City, and that's what they decided to do. So, but yeah, so I watched some stuff remotely at home, and so I watched 19 movies across 4 days.
Wow.
Can't wait for you to talk about them all.
All right, the first
Movie one.
movie one.
Oh, God.
Le Petit Jean.
Oh, God.
Le Petit Sideboob.
It's a 270-minute French film that I just really love.
Dialogue free.
Now, here's the thing. The first hour is punishing.
You really got to fight through it.
Yeah.
And see it in the theater when you can.
Yeah.
It's
Even there's no sound for the first hour, but trust me, it'll matter.
The second hour is a braying donkey, and only a braying donkey, and it is loud.
Yes.
Oh, you don't get it, you idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when the donkey learns to talk in the third hour, it really pays
It
off.
becomes Shrek.
Yes.
Anyway,
But
That's
no.
what people didn't know. It is
What-
actually a precursor to Shrek.
what did you watch?
So one that I want to talk about is a comedy called The Musical. And this movie was hilarious. It stars a guy named Will Brill, who's not very famous, but Rob Lowe is in it. Gillian Jacobs is in it.
I know all names are made up, but Will Brill,
I know.
that sounds like a made up name.
But so what the movie is about is Will Brill plays this middle school.
Well, Will Brill and Jack Mack, they co-star.
He plays this middle school theater teacher. And his ex-girlfriend is played by Gillian Jacobs. She's also a teacher at the school. And it was obviously kind of a rough breakup. And he's kind of upset about it. And then he finds out that she's dating the principal, played by Rob Lowe. And so he's pretty pissed off about it. And the school is about ready to get reviewed for this Blue Ribbon of Academic Excellence award. And so to get back at his girlfriend and the principal, he decides to stage the school musical as a musical about 9/11.
God.
And it is hilarious.
That sounds like
It
a
is
great
so funny.
conceit for us.
It plays out like a twisted School of Rock, just the way like he gives like a lecture about the system to the kids, and it gets the kids really fired up about like doing the play in secret so that like no one finds out about it.
Gosh.
And it's really funny. The last 10 minutes has some of the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. It has an epic needle drop that like just I was laughing so hard.
Nice.
I can't wait for people to see it. It'll be really interesting to see.
It's called The Musical.
It's just called The Musical. I'll be really interested to see how they market it and if they try to hold anything back or anything
Sure.
like that. But it's it was so funny.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it.
Did you watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
Yeah.
Will Brill's in that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's
Now, who is
Midge's
he in
brother, Noah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yeah,
That makes sense.
That's how the only thing I know him from.
Interesting.
If you're listening, going, who's Will Brill?
Yeah.
Also, why don't you just go by William Brill? That seems like a little bit better.
To be
Well,
fair,
his
Will-
full name is William Brilliam.
That's
So you're screwed either way. Yeah.
pretty good.
That's such a dumb joke, though. I think.
I'm glad that all of you laughed.
I want to mention 2 documentaries that I saw because they're kind of important with what's going on right now. One of them I talked about.
Hey, don't do one of your rants, though. Just keep it, you don't need to talk about how.
Don't tell me how to live my life, Trump.
Half an hour later, we're just
Hey,
sitting here
hey,
and
what
feeling
color
bad
shirt
about
is he?
ourselves.
What color shirt is he wearing?
Yeah, I read. Hey, don't use your free speech, okay? I don't want to hear about any of your issues or your politics.
Thank you. Continue.
So I talked about this documentary on the 10 to 1 podcast because it was relevant since we addressed ICE, since they did a whole sketch based around it. And it's called Everybody to Kenmure Street. And it follows this event that actually happened in 2023 over in Glasgow, Scotland, where there was a protest by hundreds of people in the street after a Home Office in London sent immigration enforcement to detain these 2 Sikh men on Eid, the first day of Eid.
And I'll say the same thing I said in the 10 to 1. I just want to be very clear. This is not like American ICE going over. This
Not
is,
at all.
This is localized to Scotland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they tried to detain these 2 men, and they were going to deport them. And very quickly, word got around to the small community what was happening, and they immediately and quickly rallied in the streets and stopped the van from leaving, and were
Wow.
protesting, and suddenly had this huge group of people there just trying to stop it. And you see law enforcement, surrounding the van, trying to keep the peace, trying to stop protesters and whatnot. And the thing that was
But
both
not try to stop protesters from protesting.
Correct.
Just trying to stop.
trying to get the van out of
Right.
the area, do their job.
Right.
And the thing that's both uplifting and energizing about this documentary, and also supremely frustrating to see, is you see these protesters. There's a moment in the movie where the police gather in like a big group, and they start marching through the crowd to try to get to the van. And the crowd lays down on the street, is like trying to stop them from going. There's a literal physical confrontation. Not once do the Scotland police draw a weapon, take out pepper spray, start punching or like doing anything. Like there's no crazy face-off battle of anything where anybody's getting thrown around and beat to hell or anything like that. And to see law enforcement do that in a very similar situation that we've seen unfold in, say, I don't know, Minnesota. It's like,
What happened in Minnesota?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, that's right.
To see that like there's a way that law enforcement can handle these things, still attempt to do their job. Protesters can do what they believe is right, fighting injustice, and it doesn't turn into a crazy thing where people get shot in the streets.
There can be tension without violence.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And so it's a very inspiring documentary. It was a really good look, at just how there are struggles around the world that are also happening here, and they're not as bad because the people in charge don't suck over.
Was the other documentary you watched about candy?
Oh, I wish it was about candy.
Okay, well, I thought I'd try.
But instead, it was about artificial intelligence.
Let's get sad
which
again.
is candy for assholes.
Go ahead and get sad. Let's get sad again.
I watched
This
a
is
documentary
so
called
fun.
Ghost in the Machine, which
Oh.
is about. I know you love AI, Ben. Your best friend's ChatGPT, and you just love typing. Hey,
It's
show
not-
me
listen,
side boobs.
To be very clear, it's not that I love AI. It's that I hate water and electricity.
Right. That's fair.
So
And I get that. But no, it's called Ghost in the Machine. It very much acts as like this thoroughly researched like essay about the origins of artificial intelligence, how it came to rise in prominence, exactly what people like Sam Altman and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have been shooting for achieving with it, the common misconceptions about it, the problems with it, both environmentally, technologically, as far as what they are trying to tell people it can do and does do. Just a variety of things, and it's both fascinating and infuriating because, if anything, somebody who is already staunchly against AI, it made me hate it even more because AI genuinely started as just a marketing gimmick. The term artificial intelligence didn't mean anything when it was created, and the guy who came up with it literally said, I did that because it sounded good and we needed money to fund the project.
And that is just a very small example of where we still are with AI.
Yeah.
It is still a flashy thing that people need to raise seed funding for.
Exactly.
So they're saying it's going to change the game in 5 years. You won't even work in 5 years.
Yeah.
Don't you want to give me money to that end?
Yep.
And of course you do. But then it's shiny and it wears off, and then there's diminishing returns on version after version, and we're just going to be back to where we were before. But now we got all these data
How
centers
often
everywhere.
though? How often do you use AI?
Every day.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing though is
But he's also not using it in the way that like so many people seem hell-bent on using it for. Like they want to use it to like it completely replace certain jobs. They want to use it to like be this creative driving force. Like so many of these tech bro douchebags who are on Twitter and everything, they're like, oh man, this is why Hollywood's pissed at AI. Look at what I just created. It's like, yeah, man, it still looks like shit, and you can't make an entire movie like this.
If you took that out of context and I use it every day, it's like, am I generating content? No, I'm using it every single day to either correct my organizational structure of something, do research on something. Those are the things I'm using it for. Hey, I need to clarify this point, but I can't remember what the word is for that. And it's not something I can Google easily.
Yeah. And he's also not blindly using it without like double checking facts or like,
The thing that I mean, and this is too far of a tangent, we can cut all this, but if I take my Chat GPT and I say, I will say the following prompt. I am going to use talk to text to talk into you right now, and I need you to take my rambling thoughts and turn them into a structured text message to a group of people in the gutter industry about what I'm saying. And I'll just start talking, and then it will do that. And then I'll copy and paste that, though, into a Google Doc, and I'll go through myself, and I will edit it so it sounds more like me, and then that's the one that I copy and send to a text. Yeah. I don't ever just take whatever the AI says and throw it out there. I think that's really can be just harmful, and it's not my voice anymore. Right? I don't love that.
Yeah.
But I will say, my goodness, it's been a freaking game changer for everything that I do. As far as I want to structure this amortization schedule correctly for a loan that I'm giving out, and then I'll put it in there, and it'll tell me what the monthly rates are and stuff like that. Like I can go on a loan calculator and do that, or it can help me with that, and then it'll say, "Do you need help with that language surrounding this?" Yeah, I do actually. But I probably should have hired a lawyer for that. But instead of $500, now I've got that for free.
Yeah,
I'm free, quote unquote free. Water.
But
water
isn't
and
that though replacing somebody's job?
Exactly.
Yeah,
it is, and so that's not good.
Because you would have 3 years ago had to pay a lawyer.
And so I guess that's the thing. Like I wouldn't have just done the thing.
Or you would have had to. My dad used to have a secretary, right? That would like dictate. Like he would say, "Okay, here's what I need you to write."
But I do think that kind of replacement, quote unquote, is the kind of thing where like we didn't used to have calculators. And like a calculator doesn't necessarily like replace doing certain kinds of math for you. It makes it easier though, you know? And so like I think that there's a way that like you can use tools, and some tools will make it so that other people, it is harder to do their job. But like people aren't actively trying to replace those jobs because like they don't want them anymore. And there's so much motivation in artificial intelligence businesses and whatnot where they actively just like they don't want the human element involved anymore because they don't want to pay people. You know, it's like for them, they're leaving money on the table because they have to pay somebody to do a job.
But Ben doesn't want to pay a lawyer $500 either.
Well, so that's the thing. Like, but I wouldn't. Again, on something like that, I just wouldn't do the project because it's so low level that like, oh, I would never pay $500 to a lawyer to do this. It just means that I wouldn't actually probably try to come up with an amortization schedule and give that person a loan.
Right.
I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So because it costs too much money to do it. So then it's either all or nothing.
So it allows you actually to do more then because you wouldn't have done it because you wouldn't have invested otherwise.
Exactly. Because it's risk reward for me from a business perspective.
This is the hard thing. I think we when we talk about things like AI, we tend to be very unnuanced about it. We're either pro or against, right? Like, or we're for or against. And I think even in Hollywood, right? Like, it will replace some jobs, right? You could do AI now, just even in audio regulation that is really helpful, right? There are AIs that will balance audio where somebody else would have done that work individually before. And that's just computer technology, right? That's just computer technology doing that. They're going to replace that job, but that's, like you said, that's having a calculator.
Yeah,
right?
Still feel like we are so far away from true generative AI that works that I'm still going to go on Fiverr and hire a freelancer to do some graphic design work rather than try to use AI. Is the freaking worst.
Yeah. To Brad's point too, the tech bros, right? They're trying to make this seem so much better than it is because they need billions of dollars of investments.
It's a
right?
grift, yeah.
But it does do some things that are incredibly helpful.
So if you and I know that I talked to Brad about this, and I've shared this thing. Ben Affleck has a very salient, wonderful point about this.
I brought that up in our chat, but that's fine.
I know I had seen it.
To be clear, I've made this point before.
I have seen this making the rounds, and if you're looking for about a 4-minute discussion from one person's perspective that kind of encapsulates how a lot of us do really feel about AI and makes some really great points, it's actually Ben Affleck that says this on the Joe Rogan Experience of all places.
Yeah,
he gives a very, very good, succinct definition of what he thinks AI is, what it's truly capable of, and where it's going. And it's like 4 minutes long. I highly recommend you seeking that out.
And his point in the longer, broader one was he's not against it. He just thinks that
it's a tool,
and people are overestimating what it can do. Yeah. Just kind of like what Brad's saying.
And what it will be able to do.
So he's like, I'm not against it because I don't think it can do what they say it can do. Right?
No, exactly. It won't be.
We went down to IU to take our son down for freshman orientation. They were telling us how they have a whole department now that is devoted just to ChatGPT, any kind of online cheating. That they now have a whole department of actual human beings that are, anytime a teacher feels that someone has used ChatGPT, they send the paper straight to this department.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they
beat the hell out of it.
And then they just beat. But then the flip side of that is I know a guy who's taking classes at an IU satellite campus, and he used a big word that the professor was convinced ChatGPT wrote. And so she was going to fail him. And he's like, look, I've never used ChatGPT in my life. You don't know me. So I guess my point is we're in such uncharted waters. We're creating a bit of a paranoia of what's real and what's not, and I think that's what we're going to be sifting through.
And to be fair to that student that you're talking about, the word was wherewithal, not a really big word.
Actually, it was just sideboob. She thought you've cheated.
You've cheated.
What is this new boob I haven't heard of?
From the side,
yeah,
that's AI. What else did I watch? I'm trying to think. Oh, do you want to keep going?
No, that's pretty much it. It's a very good documentary. It really just breaks down. It's a documentary that I think everyone needs to see to really understand the problems with AI. For me, one of the things that I wasn't aware of that was fascinating and frustrating to me is so many of the guiding principles of AI and the people who are pushing for what they want it to do in society is driven by eugenics. Which is really frustrating to see, and there's so much evidence and
Now I know what eugenics is,
I do not.
but for the people that don't, what in a couple of sentences, what do you think eugenics means
probably,
to you?
Probably the most famous instant of it is what Hitler did with the Nazis by trying to create a supreme race.
Okay, so Gattaca type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
not
And again, I know what it is, and I've always known
sure.
what that word means. But just for the listener that might be concerned, that's all.
Correct.
That's all I was doing.
I'm glad.
I saw a movie called
Gattaca.
Becky.
It's a fun movie.
It is. So Becky is the story of Joel McHale being a bad father.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's basically Joel McHale takes his daughter and his girlfriend and her son to a cabin. Becky is his daughter. She's got a dead mom, but he kind of surprises her with the new girlfriend and son being there, because that's just a terrible way to do it. So they go to the family cabin, and unbeknownst to them, Nazi Kevin James, legitimately Nazi Kevin James, has a swastika on the back of his head, and he plays a bad guy, and he breaks out of prison and with a couple other guys, and they hold their family hostage while Becky is off in the woods, and they need a key that Becky has access to, and they basically just torture the family and kill the family and do all that stuff until they get the key. That's the whole goal of the movie.
Yeah.
They did not realize that Becky was going to lose her absolute fucking shit and be a 13-year-old murder machine on her own and do like the worst version of Home Alone where she just murders people.
Yeah.
And
well, some would argue a great version of
no,
Home Alone.
great. Yeah. And so the idea is I was like, oh, that's probably a fun movie. I didn't want to see it until I saw they made a sequel. I'm like, oh, if they did another one, then maybe there is something.
I haven't seen the
first
sequel
one.
yet, but
if they're willing to do that, there's enough calling for it, I guess. I'll check out the first one. It was fun.
Fun.
It's way more gruesome and grotesque than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
There's some really gory stuff. There's eyeballs and stuff that come out.
Did you see The Wrath of Becky then, or no?
No, I'm going to, because it's almost like Sisu, and then I want to watch the second one.
I love Sisu. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No,
Seen that
that's
like
a
3 times.
great film.
Don't you think we've been prepped by movies to fear AI for so long that we're assuming it's the apocalypse and we don't really understand it enough to see? I mean, I use it as an editing tool when I edit a correspondence story, and I know that that's not the proper use of that word, and I Google it, and AI's been a tremendous help. But I had this really strange nightmare because the work stress dream, which I hadn't had in years, where they were using AI to create photos of Trump and Elon Musk in sexual embraces. And I had this nightmare that was on the cover. I was on the cover of The Beacher. So I made the mistake of telling my boss that I had this work stress dream, and he used AI to create a Beacher cover with Trump and Elon in a inappropriate embrace that is seared in my brain. That will terrify me.
And for you international listeners, The Beacher is a wonderful
family publication
in our local area that Andrew's a big part of.
Yeah,
that's wild. But AI is not coming for us like it's not T2. We're fine.
Well, so far
it's gonna be fine.
We'll see.
Did anyone see The Creator that came out 2 or 3 years ago?
I did.
Which was basically saying that it's man's influence on AI that is what we should worry about, not AI itself.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's if I have any influence,
I think we can trust Elon.
I think we're okay.
Fine. We can trust Elon.
Oh yeah, you've said for years, Brad, that you love and trust Elon Musk with your life.
Do you know what they were? The original title for Becky was?
Hecky?
No, the Gestapo of Queens.
That took a long time for you to come up with that one.
No, I was just waiting.
Patiently.
And you were being very patient.
I'm really proud of you, Brad. That was good.
Thank you.
The Gestapo of Queens.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because of Kevin James.
I get it.
There you go.
That was a show.
Hey,
that was a...
Brad, can I talk to you about something real quick?
Yes, of course.
Come on.
There's a new show that I watched, a new season coming out.
What is it?
It's Shrinking.
Oh.
Yes.
Did you see any of the new
I've seen the
episodes?
first episode so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch it, Andrew?
Religiously, yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's dynamite. And there's, I saw Michael J. Fox, who's on there as a hallucination. I saw him at a Comic-Con, and it's devastating to see him. You always think of Back to the Future.
Well, you think you saw him.
Well, that's true. Was I having a UTI? I mean, I don't know. But you see him now, it's very hard to watch. Because don't you think of him in his prime and Back to the Future and all that?
It brings to the forefront the struggle that you forget that he's going through. Like, 'cause I, let's be honest, I don't think about Michael J. Fox all that often. But when I see him, like, oh my God, that's so hard. That was the very first. Even in watching him in Shrinking, I was like, that is really hard.
You did watch it.
I watched the first 2 episodes. Yes.
There's only been 2.
Well,
but...
you know how your kids latch onto movies and watch them so many times, it's like you wish they would stop. But for my son, it was the Back to the Future trilogy. So it's like you have this permanent image of Michael J. Fox at his best, and then you go to this Comic-Con and you see how the Parkinson's has just ravaged his body, and it's really hard to see. But I think they're using him well in Shrinking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, that's all.
It's a very good show, I will admit.
I like it.
Me too. Buddy.
I'm glad that you watched it.
Okay. Moving
TV
on.
shows
Are you still watching The Pit?
Okay, no, we're not doing
I've not
2.
seen season
We're not
2
doing
yet.
2.
It's so good.
It's
we're not,
really good.
We're not doing 2 TV shows.
Not
I
two?
allowed
Oh,
the 1.
okay.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to talk about a TV show because it's also tied to movies. So why don't you suck on that, private ding dong? I watched
You know that's my nickname in private.
I know. Is it
Ding
right?
Dong.
Yeah, so don't say that on air.
Maybe one day you'll be a major ding dong.
Yeah, Captain
Keep working.
Crotch,
Why
General
would
Genitals.
you possibly keep telling me the things that my parents tell me every day? That's just not cool, man. You read the text messages, you get it.
Corporal
I
Cock,
tell you these things exactly. This is the list of
Major Member.
exactly. My dad and mom send me these every day. Like, which do you prefer today, Ben?
Yeah.
And I send them to you in confidence, saying like, how do I respond to this? And now you're bringing it up online. This is embarrassing.
These are terms of endearment for him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Admiral Shaft. I didn't have an A word for that one.
Admiral asshole.
No, they're all penises.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
well,
Jeez, the joke just went over your head.
Mm-hmm. You didn't get it.
my,
Yeah.
okay.
What were you gonna say?
No, it went over my small head
Nah,
because it's a
penis.
penis joke.
I watched It Welcome to Derry,
Good stuff.
which is the prequel series.
I heard this is good.
to the
It's
It movies.
really good.
It is very good. It's it really does a good job of building on the mythology of the monster behind Pennywise.
Is it
and
scary?
It's
Yes.
very scary. It's very
Yeah.
gory. It also they did a really good job of tapping into like the time period because it takes place in the past, and so there's characters that like are dealing with racism at the same time, and it just does a really good job of setting up what would come in the It movies, and it also lays the groundwork for how they could also do other seasons and whatnot. It was really well done. I was very impressed.
I watched a documentary about how technology informed the Got Milk campaign, and it was called IT Welcome to Dairy.
It's pretty good.
That was well done.
Pretty good
Well
joke.
played.
It took a little while to
I
get
know,
there.
I know.
And it's a
10
thinker.
seconds.
I know. It is. You had to process that one just
I was,
for
like,
a
I was
second.
like, wait a minute.
And then I'm like,
there it is. Okay.
Ding ding. I'm gonna give that
I
to
was
you.
like, if this goes well, it's going to go well.
No,
And if
you
not,
had to get every word right.
I'm gonna die
Yeah,
on this.
I'm glad you took a moment to pause. And
I
be
know.
Like, okay,
You had
hold
to
on.
get it right,
Yeah.
and I could
You
see
knew
your-
what you had.
I
Yeah.
tried.
Uh-huh.
I tried.
You had to
Oh,
get
it
it
was
right,
good.
but you did it, buddy.
Good.
All right. Did anybody write a game?
Did you?
Cool.
Wow.
Nobody did. So let's talk about trailers.
Oh, well, what do we do when we talk about trailers, Ben?
You come up with a trailer song.
I don't, though.
Nah.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah.
Drew, wouldn't you like to hear Ben come up with a song for the trailer portion of the
Absolutely.
show?
Absolutely.
He's really good at it.
Do you want to give you a beat, Ben?
No,
Beat Ben.
I don't like anything about this, and you know that. Come on down.
Don't you?
Okay, fine. I thought
It's
maybe.
trailer time.
I thought maybe.
Come on down and watch the trailer.
Excuse me. All right.
You want me to give you like a song to think about?
Trailer songs are not my favorite. They're really hard to come up with on your own. That's all you're gonna get.
Okay.
Is that Billie Jean?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice lead in.
There's a theme.
Well played.
You know what? I'm more impressed with you that you knew that was Billie Jean.
It was tough.
Because I
Listen,
did not have that.
I
enough.
have never said, "Hey, you're gonna know what this song is."
No,
I've
you always guarantee.
I've said you're not gonna know.
Honestly, I think that is probably the longest he's made it into a song without totally losing
Yeah,
the melody.
because the next one was definitely gonna be trailers until Michael Jackson is here.
Well, spoiler alert, we're talking about the trailer for Michael,
Yeah,
which is not the movie starring John Travolta as an angel, but it is the movie.
a different kind of angel.
This one definitely
This one is touched by touched by an angel. Damn
We
it.
did it.
We got there.
All right.
All right.
So we watched that trailer. No, so this is the new movie that is about Michael Jackson. It is a pretty traditional biopic. It is produced by the same people who did Bohemian Rhapsody. It is directed by Antoine Fuqua.
Which you don't like, right?
I like Antoine Fuqua.
Okay.
I like Antoine Fuqua. Equalizer movies are
Ooh.
great.
You like Antoine Fuqua for the most part.
Listen, I think that he does.
Ooh.
I think that if you were to take every Antoine Fuqua film from the last 20 years and put them in a grab bag, you have a chance of pulling out a really good one or kind of just a middling paint by numbers. That's my opinion.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's rare that he's made a downright terrible movie.
No, exactly.
though.
But again, run of the mill can be some of them, and some of them are very good.
Yeah, and you know what? Let me take that back because he made Infinite with Mark Wahlberg, and that's a piece of shit.
Okay.
But
Never saw that one.
But yeah,
Can you rattle off a couple?
I
Was
mean,
Emancipation
No, just
any good?
like, are you looking up his filmography right there?
yeah. So I mean, the Equalizer, first two Equalizer movies
Yep.
are good.
They're good.
Yeah.
And
He did the
then-
third one too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I did do the third one. Yeah, and then there's what was the other one that I really like of his?
He did. Didn't he do End of Watch?
Training Day.
Training Day
Training
is
Day is- that's-
that is the one,
Yeah,
right? But
that's
then
the-
everything else comes, you know.
You love Olympus Has Fallen. Let's be
I
clear.
like Olympus Has Fallen a lot.
You love Olympus Has Fallen.
I really liked it.
I know you did.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
Did he also do Angel Has Fallen?
He didn't. No,
Okay.
he did The Guilty though with Jake Gyllenhaal. That was a good movie.
I actually didn't see that.
I didn't hate The Magnificent Seven.
I like that one.
It's just okay
See,
though.
that's the
and
paint
it's
by
so,
numbers. That's what I'm talking about. That's
yeah,
paint by
I
numbers.
like it. I
It's
like
so
it.
hard.
Really?
But it's so hard when you have to compare it to the proper Magnificent.
That's what I'm
Seven.
saying.
I mean,
I liked it though. I thought Denzel was very good.
yeah, you would. So yeah, I mean he's
Anyway,
pretty good. It's
You
pretty good.
didn't comment on
Oh,
Emancipation.
Southpaw.
I like
that's a
Southpaw.
solid
I like
movie.
that.
Do you like Emancipation?
I never
he
saw
hasn't
it.
seen Emancipation.
That's
Don't-
not bad.
Is that Will Smith?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen
Right after the slap.
Yeah. See, I won't watch slap-based films.
it. That's not remotely true. Some of your favorite films are slap based.
Well, that's a conversation for a different time.
When would you like to have that conversation?
After this podcast.
Okay.
Immediately after this podcast.
Ew.
I don't know what just happened there.
Ugh.
I blacked out a little bit. What is your take on the mic? You said we said, well, what do you think? And like you wouldn't answer us in the moment. You
Well, no,
wanted to
'cause I
talk about
wanna-
on the
I wanna save it for the podcast.
Meaning like this is a big reveal. You hate it?
No, it's Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think that this movie is doing a magic trick. I think, and it's the same magic trick that most biopics do. Is it tricks you into thinking, oh man, you're so excited. I love this person's music. I can't wait to see a movie that talks about the career and how it was all made. And because the music is good and because the trailer is a slick edit, it's like, oh man, this looks really exciting. It looks just like every other
Right.
traditional biopic, from Bohemian Rhapsody
Right.
to Walk the Line or anything like that. These are the kind of movies that should have been rethought and reevaluated after Walk Hard came out.
And so you brought this up. It's a very good point that you make. I'll give you this. Walk the Line should have been a real eye opener to other people trying to make biopics, saying we got to do something different because this is the peak.
Yeah.
Walk the Line is a perfect version of that.
Especially after Walk Hard, like just
Hey,
Completely
yeah,
then
absolutely.
destroys it. What do? And they in Bohemian Rhapsody, not a great.
no,
Not
and
a great-
No,
and,
it's not.
And here's two examples.
But people love that film.
I know.
Here's two examples, and it's because of Queen though. That's the
I know.
thing. It's like, but here's two examples of movies that I think did it really well because they did do something different. Rocket Man. It's an Elton John biopic, but it's also a fantasy
It's a
musical.
fantasy, exactly.
It does
Right.
an incredible job of telling a story, but infusing it with a different kind of energy.
There you go.
The Bob Dylan movie with Timothy
Oh, yeah,
Chalamet
yeah.
does an incredible job of not trying to give you a life story of Bob Dylan, but it focuses on this very specific period in his career that does define him as an artist, but also doesn't try and give you everything
Correct.
about him and like sum it up in a 2-hour thing, because that's so hard to do. And that's exactly the why movies like
Iron Claw
Michael,
was
Bohemian
really
Rhapsody.
That's not a musical.
That's not a
No, but as a biopic though. I
yeah,
felt
but
like-
that's different though. Like I mean, sports
Like, yeah.
sports
Air is a great biopic.
Yeah.
I love Air,
That's an awesome movie.
but that's not a musical biopic.
No.
I think the idea is the music is so good, the band is so good, you
Yeah.
get fooled into thinking it's a great documentary.
But don't
Yeah.
you think
Yeah,
that
the Bruce
Or
Springsteen
not
one I did
documentary,
not
but,
see, but that
oh, it
had
was-
nothing in it.
I talked about that. And
Yeah.
I didn't like the Springsteen
it was
one.
not good? But
Um,
don't you think any Michael Jackson movie is setting itself up for failure because you're going to sit there going, well, are they going to deal with what came down the pike?
There are so many people I don't even think care, which is both unfortunate and upsetting, that I don't think it really matters. If they
That's
do
what
it.
my yeah.
Speaking of Air, there is not that Michael's documentary is going to or biopic is going to do this, but the Air documentary is it's about one very specific part of Michael Jordan's life, let's just say, and
Right.
it's not even really about
Well, the
Michael
movie,
Jordan.
not the documentary. But.
Sorry, yeah, the biopic, kind of a biopic about everything that happened there, but it's not a here's where Michael Jordan grew up,
Right.
here's where he retired, here's the gambling scandal, none of
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
It's a very limited window. I don't think Michael's going to do that, but I think that if you were trying to make a very good musical biopic, you could do that, right? And just really talk about one area of his life
This
instead
is
of everything.
supposed to be to where this is the story of how he went solo. Apparently, this is what this film is supposed to be.
Is
about.
it?
So maybe timeline wise, then it would
So
cut
they're
off at
not
a certain
gonna-
point where they wouldn't get there.
Yeah, they're not going to go like throughout his whole life or
Okay.
anything.
But I
like-
do think that it will go into his solo career and like it will chronicle a decent part.
I'm
of that.
sure, maybe,
Yeah.
but like that's
also from what
the
I
point of the movie.
From
think
what I
is-
understand too, the original ending of this movie was going to have something that did touch upon I believe it was the first lawsuit that
Okay.
accused him.
Oh, okay.
However, they discovered that I don't know how that they missed this or what it was, but that there was a clause somewhere in the settlement with that family that part of it included not being able to depict
Make
any
money
of
off
that
it, yeah,
in
yeah.
the film. So they had to completely change the ending of the movie, which as far as I heard in the trades, was like a pretty significant part of how they were going to like.
And
resolve
I
the
like how that
story.
just comes up like it's in the can, and they're like, I hate to be the
Yeah,
one.
no,
but,
apparently-
we actually, the third act
Yeah.
can't do it.
No, and apparently they
That's
were
tough.
panicking, like trying to fix it. So we'll see how it goes. But like, yeah, this is a nice trailer, and it does.
It is
It's
well
slick.
made.
It's
It
slick.
is. It
Your
gives-
word "slick" is really what it is.
It has great energy about it, and it's because the music is good. But I'm not convinced that they're going to
What
be
did-
able to deliver.
What did you think of King Richard? In my opinion, it looks very similar. You've got overbearing African American fathers that want to drive their kids for success.
Yeah.
Where does that compare in the pantheon of biopics?
No,
for
I
you?
thought that was pretty good. A
Yeah.
pretty good movie. You know, sports biopics. It's interesting. It feels different depending on the sport and also because of the family dynamics. Even so many sports are familiar. For whatever reason, they don't feel as tired as music biopics do, and I don't necessarily know why that is.
I think that if I had to posit a guess there, I think that you do in a sports biopic, it does feel very much like they're gonna win something. Because it's sports. You're gonna get after it. And in music, it's kind of just telling the story of how they're successful, but there's not this crescendo type. Did they actually do the thing?
That's interesting though, because
What do you think?
The music biopics do kind of replicate those moments because, like, you can tell when the fans are really excited. They're like, "Oh, he's getting ready to do Beat It," you know, like
Yeah.
this is where they make the song.
And that's very fair. I still think they'll just be by default, because sports are sports and how we feel about them.
Yeah.
And like earning something and,
Right.
and like getting to that point where you're the pinnacle of existence and you're the best at that thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of sports documentaries are those moments, right? And it's one peaking moment.
Yeah, it's interesting though because I'll let you,
go
but
ahead.
I do think that music biopics do mirror sports movies in a lot of ways.
Sure.
Because
But why does it feel differently?
I really don't know. That's a very good question.
I think maybe a lot of us in the audience have played sports, but not a lot of us have gotten any good at music. Is that, just by and large, you're on the varsity,
Maybe.
whatever for this, but you're not. How many of us were
I don't know
in
because
choral?
I'm terrible at sports, but I love sports movies.
Yeah, you also never grew up, but you love coming of age films.
That's true.
Nate, what were you gonna say?
I was looking through a list of the top 50 music biopics
According to
based on Rotten Tomato scores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it could be also that we're not seeing some of the best ones, right? Because we're talking about the most popular ones or maybe the most commercially successful ones. But
so
there-
what's in there?
So like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, 2020 film,
great movie.
97%,
It's a very
good
right? That is
Also-
I'm sorry. What is that?
It's a Netflix movie. It's not a traditional biopic though. It is about a real musician, but it only chronicles one like kind of like coming together of this group at one time.
Again,
And
though, I
isn't
think that
that,
speaks
like,
to it.
yeah,
You,
exactly.
you
That's
can
kinda what
make a
Ben was
very
saying.
specific
Yeah.
time of these artists' lives and
Right.
make that the movie,
Right.
and that does a really good
it's a very
job.
good movie though. Chadwick Boseman is in it.
Gotcha.
And, yeah.
Behind That Candelabra.
Yeah.
That's an
13.
interesting movie.
And that's one that's interesting because it's not really about him as an Liberace as an artist. Really, it's about his secret relationship.
dynamic, yeah.
Right.
Rocket Man, like you mentioned, has an
Yep.
89%. Straight Outta Compton, 2015.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Straight Outta Compton's phenomenal.
That's a
It's
great
a very
movie.
good movie.
And I think that probably, if I had my amateur take on that is the performances are so fucking
Yeah.
good. I mean,
Which one?
It's in Straight Outta Compton. They're just so good.
And that comes with kind of the idea of like not only is this a story of triumph for them as NWA, but it's also about fighting back against freedom of speech.
Correct.
Or they're trying to stifle it. And
way
the
more
racism.
layered than any other film, depicting very similar things. It just being musical, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome.
A couple more. Did you guys see Love and Mercy?
No, I haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
that's a good movie.
What's
2014.
Yeah.
That's about the Beach
Paul Dano
Boys.
plays Brian Wilson in it.
You got John Cusack, Elizabeth Banks, Paul Giamatti, Paul Dano. It's a cast.
Yeah, Paul Dano plays young Brian Wilson, and then John Cusack plays him when he's older.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, a couple other ones. Born to Be Blue. Did you see that one?
I wonder
Yeah,
what
that was
is.
good.
What's
Is that the Neil Diamond one?
No, that's Song
that's
Blue.
Ethan Hawke is
And it's
that.
not actually
great
about
movie.
Different
Neil
blue
Diamond.
one.
It's not actually
Yeah.
about Neil Diamond.
It's about a cover band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about Chet Baker. But
Who's Chet Baker?
Jazz musician.
jazz musician.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
What about 2022's Elvis? I mean, it has a high Rotten Tomato score.
Elvis was good, and it also kind of has a similar approach as Rocket Man because it's Baz Luhrmann or Baz Luhrmann, and so it's a bit more big in its approach to Elvis. It's a lot more theatrical than your traditional biopic. He brings a very specific style to it.
I think the ending of Bohemian Rhapsody, when they use special effects to make it feel like you were there at Live Aid, I think you walk out on a high. But if you watch that movie a second time, it does not hold up at all.
No.
You just realize it's a watered down version of a very complicated life.
We can cut this because this is a bit of a tangent, but I want to talk to you guys about that aspect of things. What's the last movie that you remember going to the theater and honestly going in a little blind and not really knowing if it's supposed to be good or not, and you go, wow, that's a really good movie, and as soon as you leave, you either forget about it or you come to find out upon a second watching, wow, this is not good. Just there are some movies that just in the moment allow you to be entertained, but it's not a great film.
Like they get your appetite at that moment.
And so
right?
like The Predator was a great example of that. We had so much fun because it was a group of friends watching it. It was good. And then like, of course I watch it later. I'm like, oh no, this is not the movie I thought it was.
I had a good time while I was watching The Running Man, but then the more I thought about it as I went home and I was like, oh yeah, it probably wasn't the best.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
Someone else go. Let me think. I got to think about that.
I know. And like I said, we can cut off. Do you have anything that comes to mind there?
I don't, but I would say like I rewatched Y2K with Finn, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it better when you and I went to go see it in Chicago, and
because we were laughing, we were hanging out with
Kyle Mooney, and it did.
We were seeing it with the filmmaker, so
it was
pretty good time.
It was the I think everyone in the theater was having a lot of fun. And
Hey,
so
if you
you're
watch the
laughing
movie
a lot.
without Kyle Mooney right next to you, it's not as good.
Well, he wasn't next to us until afterwards.
No, he was holding your hand.
I wish.
Really? Okay, now I think actually the end of Avengers Endgame, when they all start coming through the portals, and everyone in the theater lost their mind.
Yep.
Just in every theater, and every Marvel character in the history of Marvel comes out, and just hearing people go nuts. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah.
Watching it at home.
Yeah,
not
this
the
doesn't
same
have
thing.
that same hit.
It
Well,
just
but I will, to push back a little bit, it definitely doesn't have that same effect. But also, when I watch that, I remember that moment, and it still
did that help?
It still brings a swell up of emotion. inside
Same
of
thing.
me.
My ex and I saw Black Panther in a packed theater on opening night down when we were already in Florida visiting some people, and so we went to Universal Studios or whatever to see it, and it was just these are fans of the MCU, and they're watching it opening night, and there was hooting and hollering, and it was just the most magical experience. Of course, I see Black Panther at home. Great film. Never gonna match that energy, right?
Right.
And nor should it. But I agree with Brad there, where I remember being like, oh man, it still makes me feel really good, like I was in that theater. So
gotcha.
No, but I think
that's fair.
I think they're both fair points, honestly.
I do.
All right, moving on. Second trailer.
The second trailer we watched. This one is
Emmanuel in space.
You wish. You love front boobs in space. We watched the trailer for The Devil Wears Prada 2, which is a sequel to Titanic. This is, of course, a sequel to the hit movie starring Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep.
Which I have not seen.
Yeah,
Which I'm so embarrassed.
I can't
Why
believe
would you admit it? I wasn't
he
even going to
admitted
out
this.
you
It's
on
for
this.
girls.
He admitted. Oh, you just like right.
It's for girls. I
No,
watched
it
it
is
for
not.
girls.
You're gonna get lambasted after this.
Hey,
What
hey,
is that word?
You know what? I also want that in our listener mail. Please, just
lay into Ben for saying that, and just
what? It's for pretty little girls and not for men. Is that what you want to hear?
The first movie is
no, I've heard it's tremendous. I've just never seen it.
It's incredible. It's like
it's so much fun.
So it's a bit of fight the power, right? With because from my perspective, it's Anne Hathaway goes to work for a magnet, right? Like the peak of the industry in a magazine, and that person is a bitch.
Yes,
right. And it's the story of her overcoming that and being successful in her own right. Is that how it goes?
Not really. No,
okay, fair enough.
The lesson.
Then shut up.
The lesson that she takes away from the experience is
I don't want to know. I'm going to watch it.
I'm not going to give it all away, but it's a bit more than that. And that's a very basic.
No, but that's why the film is a little better, because that would be the easy solution.
I like the parody
and
version.
It's a little more complicated than that.
But it's such a good movie. It was Emily Blunt's like breakthrough role as Meryl Streep's primary assistant.
Stanley Tucci is fantastic.
Stanley Tucci is fantastic in it. But so
I saw the Devil Wears Nada. And that was a great parody.
I'll bet you did.
Now, and I thought, wow, this is really good. And also, Meryl Streep is great in that film.
The movie really, Ben, is about
Hathaway.
Why at work do we tolerate so much crap from the same person?
Right.
Because it takes her half the movie for her to even acknowledge her actual name. And she has to do she has to do her twin daughter's science project because they don't feel like doing it. And so she's designing plans.
And I'm assuming that there is enough in this film, clearly, if it's that good, there's enough where you actually feel for the character to I can see why she would do that, rather than...
Yeah, no, there's a good reason.
Because you're sitting here going, I'm listening to that going well, that doesn't sound like a very good movie, because in the real world, you just wouldn't do that.
No, and there's a good reason why. You understand why. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? I'll watch it today.
You should.
Can I watch it with the boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
No, there's no Tucci nudity?
Nope.
No, there's no Nucci.
No Nucci.
But so we watched
There's just Tucci.
We watched the trailer for the sequel, which does bring Anne Hathaway back to Runway, the fashion magazine, and this looks fun. I'm skeptical about this just because it's been so long since the original. I don't know if they can recapture that magic, because it's a lot.
It is,
and it's been over 20 years since that movie came out now.
But it looks like, from somebody who hasn't seen the original, it looks like they're just kind of starting over in that she really doesn't remember who that is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's not faking that.
There is a
Probably
book
not.
that this is based on, so it's
Right.
not like there's not a story already written.
No, of course.
Yeah,
But still, it's the movie itself
Yeah, I agree.
had a lot of magic in it, and it'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off
But
again.
very quickly, Meryl Streep has got back into that character
Yeah.
because
of course.
she was so good in this.
I believe I read
I'm
on
excited to
Slash Film, it's the highest.
Now, what is that?
That is an exceptional website.
No, we don't do that.
It's fine.
Andrew, we do not
It's
do that.
fine.
We don't do that here.
Andrew,
we don't
it's
do that here.
fine.
But
It's okay.
The trailer is actually the most watched trailer in 20th Century Fox history.
Yeah.
So there
people
is still,
excited.
and it is the 20th
And
anniversary.
they've
of
released
the film.
upwards of 3 films. So
Devil Wears Prada
No,
1
that
is one of
wasn't
them.
funny. That was terrible.
Name another 20th Century Fox movie that came out in the past year.
Predator Badlands.
Good job.
I know.
That's how you win an
I'm just
argument.
horsing around.
And I am well aware that I got to see that because Ben Konowitz could not come.
Man, I still miss that. There's two opportunities in my life that I really am so sad I missed out. And actually, that's only number 2. The first one is we were gonna go see live from
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Or sorry, Saturday night.
That is an amazing
and
movie.
Live from
and we booked tickets.
Yeah.
And Brad went, and I was sick.
Yeah, it was the premiere of the movie up in Toronto.
He got us in, and I booked what?
Yeah.
We were going to drive up there.
No, we were gonna fly.
Oh yeah, fly and
then
stay
he
in a hotel.
got COVID.
I got COVID, and I couldn't go.
Seriously?
And I remember in my head going, I can lie and get on the. I'm not joking. I was thinking I can wear a mask and I won't get anybody sick, and I'll just go. And if I really would have felt okay, I probably would have tried. But I just felt like utter garbage, so I couldn't do it.
Did you eventually see it?
Oh yeah,
it's one of
absolutely.
the
I've seen it.
best movies.
I've actually seen it 3 times. Like it's fantastic.
Don't you think it's
a
almost
fun movie.
like a horror movie instead of a
Oh,
comedy?
it's uncut gems on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Is how it feels to
Yeah,
me anyway.
It's so good. I love
Anyway,
it.
we got anything else to talk about there, Mr. Nate?
Nope, that's it.
Guys, we did it. We had another very successful episode of Go Flix Yourself. I'd like to
I
thank.
think we had a fine episode.
I'd like to thank Andrew Tallackson for being here.
I'm honored
Andrew
to be
did
here.
his role.
Yeah,
I
Andrew
did.
was great. He was the best part about
He
this.
was all right.
Yeah, Brad was here.
Yeah, Ben brought a snack.
Don't remind me.
Come on, man, that's so unfair. Like you legitimately asked me what I had.
I told you I liked it. He's the one who complained.
Yeah, but the way you just said it, though.
I was reminding the people we were doing a recap of the show.
I've known you for too long. I know what you were
time.
doing. I know what you were doing.
Yeah, it's recap time. We had some laughs. We made friends along the way.
We talked about Sideboob.
Yeah, we talked about Sideboob.
It's true. We talked about a lot of Chris Hemsworth, veiny, muscular forms.
Okay, calm down.
There's no Nucci, just Tucci.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?